when I wrote Carnival Magic, for example, and there's a story about Castle in the Mist too, they stop on the way at the Payton Zoo. Their aunt rents a cottage in Devon because they got into so much trouble in Hampshire, where there's a zoo, there's a beach, there's other kids around, and on the way down they stop at the zoo, and Tess pulls a needle out of a baby tiger's paw. And there were 3 endangered baby tigers who were on a bed of straw. And then I look up to see if there's a zoo anywhere, and sure enough, there's the Payton Zoo. And exactly the month that I had tagged this for them to be 6 weeks old, 3 endangered baby tigers had been born at that zoo, and they were like the first tigers that had been born. And there's actually no way I could have known that. It then turns out that the town of Payton was founded by Paris Singer, who was Isaac Singer's son, I think he's a grandson. And he invented the sewing machine, so I thought it was really weird that the needle was the magic thing that I pulled out of the... I have a taxi driver telling me all of this, and then he tells me that Paris Singer's, who actually owned a lot of property in Palm Beach too, Paris Singer's mistress, he had a wife and 10 children, and his mistress was Isadora Duncan. And she lived next door. He built her a villa next door, and he also had the largest collection of exotic animals of anyone in the world. And when he died, he deeded all of his property to the town of Payton, and there became a zoo called the Payton Zoo. And in the middle of Carnival Magic, there are the aerial ballet twins whose sister has been shipped off to an alternate carnival, if you will, or the carnival on the other side of the mirrors, but we don't know that. And Tess does aerial ballet with them, and it's very much in the style of dance and craziness as Isadora Duncan. So I have this weird thing where like I write it, and then like it sort of turns out that it happens. And I had a similar thing. There's a quantum physics equation in this book, and I drew a picture of what I thought the equation would look like if you visualized it. There's a lot of kind of synesthesia in these books in some way. And then of course I looked it up, and it turns out that it's the symbol for if you think that there are alternate universes, this is what the equation would look like. And I did once read a book about quasars and black holes, but I'm not sure. I guess it's stuck. I'm not sure. So I have the opposite thing, which is that, on the other hand, I was once offered a movie about Princess Keilani, and I discovered someone named Evangelina Cisneros, who's Cuban, who was the linchpin that started the Spanish-American War, and I turned the movie down and wrote a book called White Rose, Una Rosa Blanca about Evangelina Cisneros, which is the last time I came to the Miami Book Festival. Mitch invited me down for that book, which was historical fiction. So I got sidelined to answer your question, but what's happening with these is I can't even explain it. It's just a little strange.